Party people, what's good?
Party
Crushing the
people.
crushing the NFL week 3. We are in the building. Y'all see who I got with me riding shotgun right there. E.
Wanna get funky.
What it do, E?
Wanna get funky. I was
If,
singing.
so everybody, before we got the show started, E and I were doing some hip hop classics while we were in the studio. We was in the lab before we came
Yep.
front side. We were doing some classic Run DMC.
Yep.
Yeah, some of y'all know nothing about that. Folks,
Yeah,
a
I don't know
lot of
nothing
y'all
about
time, man. We used to have to go to the record store
the
every
record store.
Tuesday and go get a profile album. That's what that Run DMC album came in. Profile was a red thing, said profile. Go in your room, put the needle on. So I would always get my notepad and I'm writing the lyrics down.
Right, exactly. Put it in on the record. And you know, it's so funny. My sister, she would stop it
Yeah,
and make sure we had the words right.
right, right. Yeah, that's what we did.
Y'all
So
know nothing about it. Put the needle on the record.
so I embodied like all the elements of hip hop, everybody, because I was a break dancer, I was a rapper. So I couldn't rap, but I was a rapper. And my boombox had 8D batteries, so that meant I had the loudest radio on the block. It was all about your D batteries, all about the D
Hey,
batteries.
how many you had?
8.
I got my boombox downstairs somewhere. I'm gonna pull it out one day so my kids can say, "What in the world is that?"
Yeah, and my mom used to be like, "Hey, you better carry that plug with you, but D batteries are expensive."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what you think this is, boy? We ain't rich, boy. What you think this is, boy?
That is so funny. That
Yeah,
is
man.
so
So, and it's crazy. And, I shouldn't really discuss a lot of this too much, y'all, because y'all know I like to kind of play the shy role because I am shy.
man lie.
But yeah,
Lie.
I am a shy individual. I don't understand why people don't think that when they see me, they be like, yeah, I'm shy, right? They be like,
No,
bust up.
boy, stop.
But it
Ain't
is
never,
one thing.
ain't never had a shy bone in your body. Boy, stop.
One of the things when people ask me, what is the one thing people don't know about you? I always say I'm shy. That never really goes over too well, but that's neither here nor there.
Right.
Erica
It is.
Gray,
Just do what I say, and that's a lie.
T. Will, what's up? It's week 3. Let's get into it. E.
I
What do
know.
we have first? What do
Well,
we have
hey,
first? E.
look, the breaking news: Titans have 8 new positive COVID-19 tests.
They do.
Uh, the they just played the Vikings, and so far everybody's on the Vikings is cool. So, woo, hopefully, it stays right there. Hopefully, the continuation of testing. Maybe they were false positives. There were 3 players and 5 personnel. So
Right.
we'll see. We'll see how that works out and see
The-
if that can be contained to their team and we not miss any games. But we have a contingency plan put in place for them missing games if that's the case. So
right.
we'll see. We'll see.
Funny story about that, and we'll see now. We've seen the NFL had a lot of positivity with how they're handling COVID. They have a lot of. I'm telling y'all, the email they send out with the policies and strategies they have. Now we're gonna see if those policies and strategies work.
Well,
We're
I mean,
about
'cause
to really
it's
find
still
out.
it's still all up to the individual to do what they're supposed to be doing
Right,
to
right,
mitigate these situations. So
right.
we'll see
We
if
shall see.
men can be men and not little boys. Not little boys. What I say. As long as you realize you're gonna have to not be able to do what you used to do on your post game celebration ritual or after the game, what you used to do.
And I'm going to defend the guys. I'm going to defend the gentlemen, fellas. It could be the trainers. It could be some of the other personnel that aren't doing
Right,
what they're supposed to do. So
right.
you know what I'm saying.
Right, because
Uh,
you're right, because they do have post game rituals as well.
they have post game rituals as well, and I'm talking about the not only the males but the females. They like to get out and get loose too. But that's neither here nor there.
Right, Tio. Hey,
Where are we starting, Erica Gray? Let's go. I'm not
we'll
going back
start
and forth with you about that.
with that Florida stinker. That Florida stinker on Thursday night. We don't have much to say about this. Of course,
I am 0-3 on Thursday night.
no, I'm not 0-3 because you didn't pick the first game right. You picked Deshaun over. Man, you comp Maceo. You picked Deshaun without D Hop
I did.
over
did.
the Chiefs.
I did.
Come on, man.
I did.
You stripping.
You know I was on that. Deshaun is Superman. Deshaun is going to show the world because Deshaun a dog and he a Georgia boy. I reeled myself up just like this week. So let me tell you why I picked the Jaguars. Let me tell you why I picked the Jaguars. So I have to stop doing this. I get into these conversations and these shout matches with people.
Mm-hmm.
I have to stop doing this on Thursday too.
And what you say, I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna show them.
And they talk me out of not knowing. I ain't got nothing to do with the game. Nothing. I said, you know what? Minshew Mania is on a roll. Minshew Mania is not about this tank for Trevor stuff. I'm rolling with Minshew Mania.
I mean, I agree. I mean, if you look at the way they played the last 2 weeks,
right,
you can understand why. And you look at the way the Dolphins played the last 2 weeks,
right?
You understand why. So I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one.
I mean, who knew Fitzmagic would show up? Who knew?
Who knew?
On the road, Fitzmagic on the road. Stop it.
So, yeah, that was that Florida stinker.
I went with Gardner Minshew. It was terrible.
31-13 was, I mean, 33, 31-13, whatever it was.
He stunk it up.
You know, I was doing something else. I really wasn't paying attention. Anyway.
Let's move on. Yeah, it's nothing to talk about that.
Right. So, Texans Steelers. This was a good game. I love I don't usually watch ESPN prior to the game coming on. I like NFL Network a little bit better. That's just my personal choice. But anyway, I something else was on ESPN and said, "Oh, watching college football Saturday night." So it was still on ESPN when I got up Sunday and was messing around in the kitchen and saw the little story they did about the Watt boys. I just loved it. I thought it was so cute. You know, she was saying the second kid that had to break his shoulder bone to get out, his collarbone to get him out. The first kid, JJ, they were like, "Oh, he's gonna be about 6 pounds or whatever." And when he finally came out, they said he's 9 pounds 3 ounces. She said, "Dang, who had that baby?" They were like, "You did, ma'am." So they just got bigger as it went along. So cute little. It was just a cute little story. So all 3 boys were on the field, of course, Sunday.
Sound like an episode of Maury to me, but we digress.
She just didn't know she could have big boys like that. I mean, her husband's she's not big. He's not huge.
Sound like need to go take a DNA test, but that's none of my business.
No, they look like it. They look like dating. They look like dating. They look like dating.
Deshaun makes one terrible mistake in this game, and it actually cost them the game.
Yeah, it did because they were in the game. I think he's starting to get that relationship going with Cobb, and I think he's got a healthy Will Fuller right now. Right now, and we know the difference that Will makes on the field with that team when he's on the field. I mean,
that's speed. Can't coach speed. You cannot coach speed.
That over the top stuff he does at Will Fuller is has always been something that makes their team go.
Right.
But his safety blanket is in Arizona. To me, I don't understand why that dude has a job. I don't. You the GM and you let one of the biggest. Anyway.
Well, that's why he got a job, because he is the GM. He can't fire himself.
Well,
the GM can't fire the coach because he needs somebody to coach the team on Sundays.
So the owner need to do something about that, because that's crazy. But hey, this was a really, really entertaining game. It was a really entertaining game.
It was, and like I say, the one Deshaun interception made the difference in the game.
Yep, it did.
It was terrible.
And James Conner had a great game.
Yeah.
One of my fantasy football people.
Well, you know what? Well, you know why he's having good games now. He saw Benny Snell tote that mail week 1, and he was like,
he was like,
yeah, let me get my mind right, because Benny Snell can end my career out here.
Bro, Haim ain't gonna take my job. We can't have that happening. We can't have that happening. James Conner 109. 109. Yeah, he held Benny to 11 yards. You
Oh
stood
yeah,
over there.
yeah. Best way to
Harrison.
keep your backup on the bench is ball.
Ball.
Don't give them opportunity. Don't give them the opportunity to put your guy in the game, your backup, and then he shine. Don't do it. Don't even put
What,
yourself through that.
what Big Ben did is he spread the ball around. Ebron 5 catches, Juju 5 catches, Connor 5 catches, Goshen 5 catches, Vance McDonald 3 catches. He spread the ball around to everybody and got all of the offense involved in it. I thought they had taken him out one play because they went up there and oh my gosh, he was a pancake. They it was ugly here.
Yeah. Let's say this about Big Ben, and I think the year off, I think Big Ben understands the key for him. We know you're a tough guy, Ben. Ben's thing is to get the ball out of his hand as fast as possible.
Right.
I've said this like 2 years in a row now, maybe 3. Nobody drafts and finds these gym receivers like the doggone Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know where they be getting these guys. I had to do a Google search on these. They're like, what school he went to?
Right.
Which tells you that their scouting department is doing an excellent job of identifying guys who fit their system. Systems matter, fits matter, everybody. I don't know how many times I can stress that to y'all, but that's neither here nor there. Good win for Pittsburgh. Deshaun is now 0-3. I'm worried about my guy, but he got paid.
He got paid. I mean, and terrible pick. 19 for 27 for 264. Didn't have a good. He just didn't have there was nobody to run the ball.
Nah.
They did not run the ball. They didn't run the ball effectively at all.
Well, the offensive line is terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Offensive line is trash. It's trash can. Total trash can.
And so, I mean, that was the detriment to the game for them. They didn't have anybody to run the ball out. So when they got the lead, there was nothing they could do about it because you can't run the clock out. You cannot advance the ball down the field with a running game. So right. I mean, so whatever, that's what's his face problem. He need to fire himself.
Good old Bill O'Brien.
He need to fire himself. So,
hey, he's off the Belichick tree. Stop. He's off the Belichick tree.
He need to fire himself.
Those guys are successful. The Belichick tree.
Please stop drinking that Kool-Aid. Okay, so the stinker of the weekend was this dang tie. Maceo, I know you listen to Philadelphia Talk Radio.
I love Philadelphia Talk Radio. It is the freaking best. It's the best.
I bet it was hilarious. I know it was hilarious. I know it's hilarious.
These guys want to fight everybody. They're ready to see Jalen Hurts. They are ready to move on from the Wentz wagon. Doug Peterson
He's Pennsylvania.
Hey, listen.
Y'all went and died and did everything and crowned this man the best quarterback that ever came through Philadelphia.
I tried to tell y'all, man. I tried to tell y'all. Listen, shout out to my guy, T. Higgins, on his first 2 touchdown catches in his career. I'm gonna have to continue to say this week in and week out. Joe Burrow has impressed me.
He has
with his poise, his playmaking ability. It don't seem too big for Joe Burrow. And then the fact that these guys, so I'm starting to believe that nobody just understands the rules of football. These guys, everybody's like, wait a minute, we can tie? Fool, yes, you can tie. Like, why aren't y'all trying to do something to score? This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It is just the disease of the league right now. These coaches are absolute jokes to me. We'll get into that you don't know that the defense has 2 penalties on them and you like that it's 3rd and 3. Well, which one are we going to accept to have a first down? Oh, that's a personal foul? Well, yeah, we're going to take the 15 because 15 yards are automatic first down. But he's sitting up there looking stupid. Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Oh, child. Oh, my goodness. Anyway.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. And quick fun fact about the NFC East. There is not a team in the NFC East that is above 500. Yeah. So, hey, This is gonna be another year where it's gonna come down to the last week of the season.
Right.
Somebody gonna be 9-7. Oh, and by the way, it's an extra playoff spot up for grabs. So
Exactly.
you could get two sorry teams from the NFC East end, but
Ooh, joy.
that's neither here nor there. Yeah.
Joy.
Yeah.
23-23 was a tie in that game. Wentz's second interception in two interceptions in three straight games. That'll lead you 0-3 quickly.
The Wentz wagon, baby. I love it. Y'all keep pumping the Wentz wagon.
Right.
Philly fans, y'all so quiet. Philly fans, y'all so quiet. Y'all so quiet.
I was just thinking that today.
Y'all so quiet.
Not hearing nothing from my Philly friends on Facebook. They just real quiet. What is going on?
I heard they'll win the Super Bowl this year. That's what they talked about. We win the Super Bowl.
Well, hey, enter Nick Mullins. San Francisco 49ers and Nick Mullins. I know they were playing the Giants, but San Francisco was decimated last week.
All across the board.
Both sides of the ball.
All across the board.
Starting quarterback, running backs, receivers,
now,
defense.
E, you don't want to hear this, E? You don't want to hear this, E?
Oh, no, I was thinking it. Go ahead.
You don't want to hear this, but listen. I have to give one of when I had to turn in my reports for the week. One of my big winners for the weekend, San Francisco 49er organization, Kyle Shanahan. It's one thing to lose like a lot of these other pieces. To lose a Bosa, to lose your starting quarterback in Garoppolo.
Yep.
But to just like plug and play and get the production. And again, hey, it's the Giants, but the Giants are an NFL team.
They get
those
paid.
guys get a check too.
They get paid.
They get a check too.
Right.
And hey, you gotta love what the 49ers are doing, man. I gave him a shout out. I gave him a big shout out. As Corey Long says, the Wentz wagon is like a 79 Buick Regal. It is. They need a tune-up. Buick Regal always need a tune-up. Always.
Look here. Nick Mullins, 25 for 36, 343, and a touchdown. He spread the ball around. He didn't have, he didn't have a whole bunch of running. As far as McKinnon had a good game. He had a good game. But listen, everybody had a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, Jeffrey Wilson. Who the heck is that?
Who are these guys?
Right.
Who are these guys?
Bourne had a touchdown. I mean, even the receivers, you're like, who are these people?
Who are they? I know none of you. I know none of yous.
I mean, but Nick Mullins took care of business. The 49ers defense took care of business. Defense has been decimated. Once again, we've already talked about how the entire team on both sides of the ball.
The pride of Mississippi State, Nick Mullins, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, number 4 in your program, number 1 in your heart.
Yep.
Nick freaking Mullins.
36-9 was the final in that game.
Live with it, everybody. Nick Mullins, live with it. Live with it.
Out there balling.
Live with it.
You know what? They halfway don't like what you call it in San Francisco anyway. Don't let Nick keep playing well.
Yeah, man. He stopped dating a porn star, so it's something to be said about that.
Okay. Alrighty then. So let's go to this game in Foxborough. I don't know, but anyway, Patriots.
It was in Foxborough.
The Raiders.
Cam.
Yeah.
Oh, Cam.
It's so funny when I see Chucky stand there and talk to Carr. I see him looking at him like, I wish you were not my quarterback. Can I say
Well, hey, he done collected so many quarterbacks. He got Mariota over there. He got Nathan Peterman over there.
Yeah.
Listen, Chucky can go play quarterback. He think he's a quarterback anyway. So you go to play quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't think it was so much of him. It was the Patriots defense. They shut down some stuff up in there. They shut down some stuff.
They did. And let's give credit to, and I talked about this earlier. 3 weeks, 3 different ways that the New England Patriots have attacked teams from their offensive perspective. Week 1, there was a lot of Cam.
Yep.
Week 2, they should have beat Seattle. But again, it was the passing attack. It was some of the other elements. And then Sunday, it was like, we're going to line up and we're going to knock you off the football. They ran the football, and Cam only had about 18 yards rushing.
Right. So
Sony Michelle showed up. All these other running backs showed up. Hey,
I'm talking about, and just like you said, when you think you have them in a box to say they're
you
going to
don't have
be
them in
good,
the box. Nope.
you don't have them
Right.
in a box.
Nope.
I mean, that's why I just appreciate when I see coaches.
That's coaching. They coaching. They coaching.
The ability to change and adjust what people think they're going to see and do something different. Do something different. Shake stuff up. You can even do it. Guess what, Dan Quinn? You can do it in the middle of the game. Yes, you can make have adjustments.
You can go off script. you can go off
Everybody
script if
does
you
it
want
on
to.
you. Why don't you do it on somebody else? But we'll talk about that.
Big win for the New England Patriots. And again, listen, everybody know College Park stick together, Red Oak stick together. Y'all know we rock out with Cam.
You stay over there. You and Ian Ian killed me. He came down here admiring what you call fronts or grills or whatever. Alvin Kamara. Just like, you are just so ghetto.
Well, I mean, he does go to Maze.
You so College Park.
I mean, Ian goes to Maze. I mean, what do you expect from Maze High Raider? I mean,
but he wasn't raised like he went to Nuggets.
I mean, he go to Maze. I mean, he go to the most ghetto school in all of APS.
Hey, look. Stop.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I mean,
about to get virtually cut.
Understand. What school Ian go to? What school Ian go to?
So next we're gonna go to the Titans and the Vikings.
Hey, my guy, Justin Jefferson.
0-3 team that was supposed to be a contender.
Hey. And I have to always keep throwing this jab in there. Remember when everybody wanted Kirk Cousins in Atlanta?
Your cousin.
Okay, let's carry on.
Your cousin be throwing the ball to everybody.
He for the street. As they say out here, he for the streets. He for everybody.
And the thing about it was, initially they came out bold. They came out balling. I mean, it was like Atlanta Falcons balling.
My guy Justin Jefferson had a big day. He got his first career NFL touchdown. He hit him with the little LSU dance. LSU won't be doing that dance this year, but
Ian like that too. That he was like, "Mom, they're gonna do the dance." Everybody LSU do that. You can't.
They do the dance. Yeah. I love that dance.
I love that story already. I don't care. You told me that story already.
I know it.
Go somewhere.
See, E, this is the problem, E. This is the problem. We talk so much and we around each other so much. I be forgetting stuff I tell you.
No, I know, but no.
Concussions. I got concussions.
He gotta come tell me that story 20 times too. But hey, when your cousin throw 2 interceptions and allow the other team to get back in the game, Derrick Henry gets the opportunity to have his first touchdown of the season.
Yeah.
What can you do? I mean, but that's on Kirk. That's on Kirk.
And let's say this about the Tennessee Titans and head coach Mike Vrabel. This team, this team is so methodical and they're so patient. You cannot get them out there. They do not panic. They do. I love that about this team. They stick to the script.
And to the point
where this is what we gonna do. This is what we do.
Yeah, to the point where in the postseason it was driving me crazy because I'm like, okay, you gonna just let Tom Brady sit back there and eat a sausage biscuit? He can't move. You're not gonna really.
Yeah.
I mean, Grable was getting on my nerves in that game because I'm like, you can rush the passer, you know that. No, Tom's my friend. We're not gonna hurt him. We're not gonna hurt my friend.
No, we're not gonna hurt his friend. But what he did against Tom Brady, he knew that he can't throw the ball past 20 yards.
Yeah.
So we just gonna undercut all the routes. We just gonna pay attention to we're gonna pay attention to Edelman.
And that's what they did.
And we're gonna undercut all the routes. And
so the former Pat Stephen Gostkowski has won all 3 games in the closing minutes for the Tennessee Titans. They're 3-0.
Yeah, he has. And listen, let's give Ryan Tannehill, a guy who I beat up. I beat this guy up. I was like, y'all gonna pay him before you pay Derrick Henry? But it's a quarterback-driven league.
Yeah.
And hey, he is slanging the heck out this football.
You know, but he has that thing and the deal, and maybe I'm not gonna throw a whole bunch of touchdowns, but he went 23 at 37 for 321.
Efficient, very efficient. They know where their bread is buttered. Their bread is buttered inside the 20 with this beast I got back here in at tailback.
Mm-hmm.
As the season goes on, you're gonna start making business decisions on whether you want to hit Derrick Henry or not. And we've seen that you don't want to hit him in October, November, December, and January. So the Titans are rolling. The
Right.
Titans are rolling.
And I'm just gonna wear y'all down, run the ball.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all I got to do.
That's it.
So we'll go to Cleveland and watch the football team. Hey, another entertaining game.
Very.
It's unfortunate Dwayne Haskins was a rookie, played like a rookie Sunday. 3 picks, 2 touchdowns, but 3 picks. And the
ebbs and flows. It's gonna be growing pains for the Washington football team. I got it right this week, y'all. The Washington football team.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He's going to make, because he has that kind of arm, he has that kind of athleticism. He's gonna make some throws, some wild throws. He made a couple of those wild throws, but with those wild throws, he's gonna do some stuff that is gonna drive. If you're a coach, if you're an offensive coordinator, he gonna drive you crazy.
Yeah, but you see the other part of the production that they haven't had a quarterback in a long time.
Oh yeah.
And you probably need to stick with it. I mean, it's just gonna be one of those things. You need to stick with it. It's a whole bunch of no names on this team.
Yeah. And listen, let's say this about the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, Coach Stefanski has figured out. Listen, I got 2 dogs at running back.
Run the freaking ball.
The more I run them,
commercial boy,
the less I got to see Baker. And that is their formula for success. I'm starting to envision these guys saying, we're going to run the football 60% of the time, and you got to stop it.
Right.
You got to stop it.
It's got, but the thing about it was, when you're able to do that, then you're able to shorten the game to your advantage.
Right.
When you're doing that, when you're not making incomplete passes and making the game longer, then you get these people involved. Yeah, is Odell gonna be pissed off? Yeah, is Landry gonna be pissed off? Yes. All of them are going to be pissed off, because that is not going to be the way to be successful with this team. When you got running backs, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, Chubby 5.7 yards per carry.
Yeah.
Come on.
And Kareem averaged about 5 too.
No, he didn't this week.
Okay.
But 3. That's 6. That's 6 yards, right? Almost 4. Actually, almost 4.
Yeah. So that's 2nd and 1. When you look at that, that's 2nd and 1, exactly. 3rd and 1.
Exactly.
Listen. Odell, Landry, Hooper, all of them will appreciate at some point in the season that teams are going to have to play 8 in the box.
Yeah.
Now you got one-on-one outside, and Odell, Jarvis. If y'all can't beat the corner, even though Odell probably gonna draw the number 1 corner for everybody. Landry, Hooper, listen, y'all gonna have to eat. But again, I will take Odell one-on-one against a corner.
Yeah.
Any day of the week. I just feel like Odell can win that battle if healthy. When healthy. Odell has to be healthy.
But is Baker Mayfield gonna take that stupid decision and throw a pick? I mean, it's just like, is he going to? Do you trust him to make the right decision?
This is what I trust. I trust Baker throwing against one-on-one coverage, because that means that at least ain't gonna nobody be out there to undercut the route, or it just like that. Say he can never pick up that blind safety. Right. He just throw the ball to safety, like, you know what I'm saying, like that. Just
he don't oh, where you come from?
Right. That's just the thing to do. But this is going to pay huge dividends for the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns got Dallas Cowboys this week. Mm-hmm. Run the football, Cleveland.
If they run the football,
If they run the football,
It's gonna be
Run the
another L.
football.
Right.
Run
It's
the
gonna be another
football.
L. You're right. You're right. It's gonna be another L. You're right.
Run the football, Cleveland
Because
Brown.
if they stand back there and try to throw, then Alton Smith is gonna be up there eating commercial boy up. Commercial
Come here,
boy got
commercial
another
boy.
commercial where he knocking on side. He done lost his keys to get in. I'm like, what in the really, y'all?
I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. I saw
anyway,
that.
anyway, we'll go on and go up to shovel on up to Buffalo. 3-0. 3-0.
Kyle Allen, ladies and
Kyle
gentlemen.
Allen, ladies and gentlemen, that's
Kyle
my
Allen,
favorite
ladies and
quarterback. And yes, I am winning my league right now by a league.
Five touchdowns for Kyle Allen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Stephon Diggs eating.
Eden.
Now, hey, they almost made history now because they let the Rams get back in this thing.
Yeah, well, no, nobody's gonna make the history that we make.
They were close.
They will say we will not be the Falcons.
They were very close. E.
We will
They were
not be
very
the
close.
We will not be the Falcons and blow this league because then they have something else to talk about. They gotta be able to talk about it, man. Come on. Look, 24 for 33, 311, 4 touchdowns.
4 with one on the ground.
One nice little compliment to the running game. And Cole Beasley is feasting.
Yeah. He's benefited from the fact that you have to pay attention to Stephon Diggs.
Exactly.
So
another one of my fantasy people. I'm just saying.
I get to work. This is what people don't understand. This is the beauty of playing in the slot.
Yep.
I always rather play in the slot than outside. I be like, I line up outside. I want to line up in the slot. When you're in the slot, you get to work with linebackers. You get to work on safeties, and you got a two-way go.
Yeah, you got a two-way go, but sometimes you got to be careful because that slot receiver can be decapitated. So
you can, but see the beauty of it. And listen, I love it. I would like to say that I helped invent this. Get down, man. Nobody gets down better than like receivers after they catch that ball and you see it and they want to go, just die. Like, oh man, I did that all the time. I made a living on it.
Because your job is to get that crucial yardage in the middle of the field, get first down, whatever you're doing. Look, even if you run a little slant, you get past your guy, you might be able to take to the house. But when it's not that particular,
but if not,
get out. You're right.
And
you're right.
I would always blame it on my spat too. I look up like, I had to take this stuff off.
But hey, I was really entertained by that game.
I'm telling you,
very, very, very
Jared Goff is my fantasy quarterback. So I was like, eat, Jared, eat, Jared.
But once again, he fell off because the earth is flat. The earth is flat to him. He threw that pick when the earth flattened out.
Yeah, earth was not on its axis because the earth is flat. Yes.
And I happen to have Cooper Kupp in another league. I appreciate that relationship with him and Coop though.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Robert Woods was eating. Like I say, Buffalo tried to get that thing back now.
They did, but they said we will not be
Falcons. Lisa say the Falcons are now a verb. Don't falcon this up.
That's right. That's excellent.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
Oh, Lisa, I'm sorry. That's stolen. I'm sorry to use that from now on. Don't falcon this up.
Man, don't falcon this up. Oh, that's tough. Yeah. Where we going next, E? Where we going next, E?
Hey, the Panthers almost pulled it out. They tried to get a win. They won in San Diego. They won in LA against the LA Chargers.
I gotta go to SoFi Stadium. SoFi Stadium looks dope.
Man, I want to go to both of the new ones. I know you said you're gonna go to the new one.
I'm going to Vegas. I'll be in Vegas in November. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm going to see it. Clearly, I can't go inside. So I'm going to take pictures outside of the Death Star.
I mean, that looks nice. It's not the Death Star, but anyway, it looks nice. Carolina Panthers went in there and did what they needed to do. Teddy had a good game, 22 of 28 for 325.
Very efficient. Efficient. Teddy two gloves. Shout out to the homeboy, Mike Davis, Doug High, Stevenson High. He's filling in for Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm. Had a decent game.
Mm-hmm.
Decent game. But look, the whole point was he spread the ball around. He got all the receivers involved. Everybody got involved.
Yeah.
Everybody got involved in the receiving core, and the defense made plays when they need to make plays. So but once again, you playing against a rookie who got in there. He was slinging the ball all over the place. But a couple of times he slung it to the wrong team. So
what you call mate, and I don't know what Keenan Allen was thinking about. He caught the dead route and then he tried to pitch it back to the running back.
What the? But if it had worked, no, that was a touchdown.
Yeah, but you don't do that. Like you
don't do that.
You don't do that.
If it had worked.
Yeah,
nobody in front of him.
Yeah, you just don't do that. Like, come on, dude.
It did look like they didn't really practice that because he was like, "Oh, it's
right." Like, wait a minute, you did what? Like, come on, dude. And see what I hate about that. And see, this is the thing that my dad. One of the reasons my dad really didn't like us watching TV because he was like, "Listen, those are professionals. So many bad habits they have, and see, y'all so dumb that y'all think y'all can go do that. Y'all can't do that. So." Right. Stop watching that. They fundamentals are bad because they're pros. Yeah, you can't do that. And see, somewhere on Friday night, we're gonna see some dumb kid gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna make a play." He gonna catch it. He gonna try to pitch it to somebody, and then somebody mama gonna be mad because their son gonna be over there getting the ride at red to him. I wish it was my team. I show you, but I meet you at the hash. I wouldn't wait till you get to the sideline. I met your head at the hash, and from the hash. Past the numbers to the sideline to the bench.
Right.
I met you.
Right.
Coach Hurd is retired, everybody. So you don't have to worry about being your child like that. And I might get a little bit of your face mask. I might just get a little bit.
Little grab.
The bottom bar. Not that up there. Can't do that no more. But that bottom bar, just to bring you closer.
So you can focus on what I'm saying. I got
you. So you can understand the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yeah, pitch that ball one more time. Pitch the ball. You built that with the band.
Yeah. See what happens.
Yeah.
But hey, we'll go on up to the Colts, Indianapolis. Old Man Rivers. I mean, but he was playing the Jets. He's playing the Jets. And Sam Darnold said, I got 3 presents for y'all. 1, 2, 3. Pick number 1, pick number 2, pick number 3.
Adam Gase, first of all, it's still a mystery that this guy's a head coach. He's had 2 head coaching jobs, everybody. He got fired on like a Wednesday, and he was hired by the weekend. All because he sat in meetings with Peyton Manning, like, stop this, stop it.
It didn't freak them out the way his eyes rolled back in his head like he was demonically possessed.
Listen, man. This is crazy.
Oh, dang, we done hired the wrong person.
Like, y'all, listen, y'all hired the guy. You was in the division with him. You knew what he was.
You knew he was crazy. You knew he was crazy. I mean, terrible game. I mean,
you knew what he was when you hired him. You just watched him 2 times a year when he was the Dolphins coach.
Man, made Old Man Rivers look like he was doing something. But the defense actually scored most of these points because they were pick sixes. 2 pick sixes.
And the New York Jets will be on Thursday Night Football this week. So
terrible.
Y'all plan accordingly. I'm
playing accordingly for Thursday night and Monday night. Ain't watching.
Don't be that way. Don't be that way.
I love my team. Y'all see, I got on my Falcon sweatshirt.
Don't be that way. Do not.
I love my team.
Do not be that way. Monday night.
Cheerleader. I can't stand the cheerleader. I can't stand Limerick.
You better be locked in Monday.
Bumper sticker king. I can't stand rhyme time. I can't stand rhyme time.
Matter of fact, Monday we should jerk some chicken.
Man, I ain't no chicken. I'm gonna find something to go paint. I'm gonna do something.
No, Monday you need to jerk some chicken, and we sit in that room right there and watch the game.
Plenty of stuff around.
Monday we're watching the game at E House. It's a bet.
Strip the floors of
no, we're watching the game and you're cooking.
See, just for that, our next game is Cowboys and Seahawks.
Hey, listen. I went and watched this game on all 22 today. Shame on the Dallas Cowboys in that secondary. Let me tell you why it's a shame on them. For the majority of the game, everybody, I want y'all to understand this. I hadn't seen this since the Coach Brennan days at Douglas High School between the years of 77 and 1990 when he graduated. The Seattle Seahawks basically ran a lot of two-man routes, everybody.
Yep.
Max protection, two receivers out in the route, and they beat the Cowboys consistently with this.
And what you gonna do when you have Russell Wilson and two-man routes?
Unfreaking believable. And not only were they running two-man routes, everybody, the Cowboys weren't even blitzing. You sitting and covered. The last touchdown of DK Metcalf, everybody, go back and watch it. He looked off two people, basically. That was a three-man route at that time.
Right.
He looked at Olsen. They jumped Olsen. He looked at what you call who came on this side of the route, Lockett.
Uh-huh.
Then his eyes say, wait a minute, hold, look where the safety at. He threw DK Metcalf open. He threw the ball to the other side of the end zone and made DK go get it because the safety was sitting damn flat-footed and gave up that winning touchdown. Like, dude, are you crazy?
The thing about it, you really don't have a running game. You're already dirty play took Chris Carson out. Cowboys, dirty play. I don't care what nobody say. That's dirty.
No hablo inglés on that.
Yeah, So I mean, you took Chris Carson out the game.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, you saw it. You just said you went back and saw it.
I didn't say that. I said I watched the game. I said I didn't see that. I didn't ask him about that play. It was a little dirty. It was a little dirty.
So my thing about it is, look, you already messed up having the part of the running game. So you know what he gonna be doing. You know what Russell Wilson gonna be doing.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson gonna be going.
And this is what I don't understand as well. I understand it, but it becomes more and more in view late in the games. Where is Amari Cooper? Where is Amari Cooper? Gallup making plays, CD making plays. Listen, a lot of Skrilla was given to number 19. And in these crucial situations, he nowhere to be found.
Well, okay, well, I'm trying to figure
He
out.
nowhere to be found.
Look, he had 86. He had 86.
That was in the first half. Like, he didn't.
But
When
who
it's
is Xavier
time to
Wilson?
make a play.
Who that is?
Listen, Xavier Wilson ball. That's the young fella.
Okay. Michael Gallup, all that. Look, my deal is maybe this, maybe on this one. Maybe throwing the ball 57 times and running only 21 is the problem.
We'll see. No, but see, hold on. We got to put this in proper context, everybody, because the new head coach McCarthy, he felt like it was shootout time when it wasn't shootout time. Run Zeke, man.
Y'all gonna have Zeke looking like an emaciated Ewok.
Zeke went and got that tattoo for a reason. He walk around the facility every day with no shirt on for a reason, because he want to remind y'all that, hey, this offense flows through me, not Dak. Dak on a franchise deal. Y'all don't listen. Dallas,
y'all gonna have Zeke walk around there.
Dallas Cowboy front office. I want y'all to listen to me.
Chick-fil-A ain't open on Sundays.
If y'all don't want to pay Dak crazy money, hand the ball to Ezekiel Elliott and say, hey, Dak, the offense flows through Ezekiel Elliott. It don't flow through you. It flows through Ezekiel. So we can't give you, we'll franchise you one more time, but we're not going to give you this extension. But that's neither here nor there. They deserve to listen. The Seahawks are the luckiest football team in football. They're the luckiest football team in all of football. Because
you better be glad the Black Butterfly didn't hear that.
As Gwen Hurd says, as long as they got that lucky leprechaun at quarterback number 3, they're going to be fine. This guy is the luckiest dude. Listen, you're not supposed to be able to come off 1, 2, let me scan all the way to 3 and throw the ball across the field for a touchdown. Moving on.
Hey, but Dak had 472 yards, almost 500 yards.
Dak, listen, anybody who got Dak in fantasy football, they are killing it.
He had 2 picks, though.
They are killing it fantasy football wise. But that last pick, first of all, Dak, come on, Dak. You get out of that thing, Dak. Get upfield, live to play another down. Why are you just gonna heave the ball in the end zone? Give yourself another down. It was third down.
Yeah.
Give yourself a chance to come run another play. But I keep telling everybody, every time I hear one of y'all silly jokers, I always talk about you got the best line of football. The Dallas Cowboy line hadn't been the best line of football in 2 years. They're not healthy.
In 2 years.
They're not healthy. So the fact you hear people again, see, y'all like to go follow those people with the blue check next to their name and these guys who they are quote unquote insiders. Y'all, let me tell y'all what they do. Because half of them call and tweet me and be like, what you think? And then next thing I know, I see one of my quotes somewhere. First of all, give me my props. But that's neither here nor there. I ain't gonna be petty about that yet. Cause the check clear. Oh, y'all look at the check clear.
You're right, Maceo. Because listen to this. 14 attempts for 34 yards, 1 touchdown, an average of 2.4 yards. They can't open nothing up for Zeke. And look, he can't eat. Y'all gonna have him be an emaciated Ewok. Watch.
Listen, Tyrann Mathieu. I said Tyrann Mathieu. Tyron Smith. Yeah. Who everybody, he's the best left tackle. He ain't been the best left tackle in football in 3 years.
No, you're right.
Y'all got to stop that. Y'all got to stop it.
You're right. I mean, we saw that firsthand here in Atlanta when Adrian Claiborne.
How Adrian Claiborne got paid?
What? That's how he got paid. That's how he got
one paid. Game. Let's move on, E, before I get mad. Let's move on. Let's move on. See, everybody, I can be objective. I'm a very objective person.
I mean, really.
I know when my team sucks.
Right.
I know McCarthy sucks. I know this.
He does. I mean, because he's fallen into the same trap.
He ain't learned nothing. That 1 year they gave him on vacation, he didn't learn nothing.
The same thing that he's doing is what all these head coaches seem to do is get so enamored with the ball down the field as opposed to playing football.
Listen, everybody will tell you this who know me. As a young quote unquote guru, I thought you can slang that thing 7,000 times.
Oh my gosh.
The great Robert Hicks sat me down in a meeting one day. This when I became a very good offensive coordinator. Everybody. Robert Hicks said, in Robert Hicks' words, I heard, man, you got to stop this bullshit, man. You got to run the football, man. Because we can't block that. Run the football. I started running football.
Well, I wish he talked to some other people because you know what? I don't have Robert Hicks' voice, but it has worked in football since the dawn of football. You trying to do something else to reinvent the wheel when you have a good running game. Anyway.
Yeah, that following week we went double tight for 4 quarters. It felt like he ain't gonna do that. We stayed in double tight. We ran that football and we went home. So let's move on.
Anyway, we're going on down, go up to Denver, where the Broncos hosted the Succaneers. They suck to me, so they the Succaneers. Y'all got all excited because Tom Brady was playing against Denver, but it was against Denver, whose quarterback hurt, who the whole defense is hurt. Everybody hurt on this team too. And because John Elway think he a quarterback guru and he ain't. It was a terrible game. 28-10. They just let Mike push off all game long. That dude pushed off all the time. He a push off king.
He can't help it. He can't help it. He can't help it.
He's like, didn't he push off on a touchdown? I said he always pushed off.
That 6'5" arm be extended. Terrible. They got Gronk involved. Leonard. Now this is what I like about this Tampa Bay team now with Fournette. I think they're starting to understand
that he can catch the ball.
That he's a weapon inside the tackles and again on swing passes, flares, and that really kind of opens up the offense a little more. It helps the play action for Brady. Brady really needs play action. They tried to get Gronk involved a little bit more on Sunday, but listen, if I'm Tampa Bay, OJ Howard is the matchup nightmare.
It's the matchup nightmare to stop trying to make it seem like it's the return of Gronk. I told you Gronk ain't on that juice, so he ain't the same Gronk.
Yeah. It's gonna take about 60 days for that stuff to get back in Gronk's system, everybody. So, cause Gronk out here looking like a wide receiver quietly, like
a wide receiver,
yeah.
looking like a tight end that can just bust you in the mouth.
Yeah,
So
Gronk quietly looking like a young Shannon Sharp out there.
So look, because OJ Howard, like you said, balling. I mean,
that's the mismatch nightmare that Brady needs to exploit more.
Yep. So we'll see. I mean, maybe I think he's intelligent enough to know. Even though Gronk's my boy, this guy right here is unstoppable. It's unstoppable. I was hoping they'd do something stupid like we got Gronk, we don't need you. So, but anyway, it was a whole bunch of strangers playing quarterback for John Elway's team. Jeff Driscoll and Brent Rippin. Is that Mark's kid?
I think so.
Interesting.
You know how that work. Yeah.
28-10 was a foul in that game. Got people thinking Tom Brady back, but he can't throw the ball 20 yards down the field either. So we will go to the Sunday night. Just got me back right in my mind. I was right in my mind anyway. I didn't even trip.
Y'all got
30.
E. Y'all got to stop this E. Y'all got to stop taking pleasure in other people's pain. I got to stop taking pleasure in other teams' pain.
You're going to have to join us. You're going to have to join us, Maceo.
E. Y'all have to stop taking pleasure in other people's pain.
Only reason why you got to win because Dan Quinn, our coach.
But E. Listen, I've acknowledged that already.
I won't be Zeke. And the only reason why you want
all I'm telling you, E, all I'm saying, E.
He know how to write a limerick or a rhyme.
E.
Or a haiku.
All I'm saying, E, is y'all have to stop taking pleasure in other teams' losses.
Iron sharpens iron. Go write another.
That's all I'm saying, E. Y'all gotta stop being like, well, my day made because such and such lost.
Well,
no,
my day made it was. I slept like a baby. Saints lost. Anyway.
Listen, when my team lose, we lost. I don't be like, oh, the rest of the NFC East lost. I'm good. I'm just concerned about my team because that's all that matters. I can't worry about what another team do.
Well, I don't worry about it. I will for you. We will. Lisa.
You always looking out for me, E. I appreciate that. E.
I know. I was like, oh, I need to make this meme for Maceo and I'm gonna go to bed.
And side note, everybody, I picked the Seahawks to win. Thank you very much. So
I know you did. You did because you ain't crazy. He ain't crazy either. You ain't crazy.
You know I ain't crazy.
What you say? I know my team ain't gonna win.
I just look like this, everybody. I ain't crazy. I just look crazy. I ain't crazy.
Yeah, the A's got a tweet. Yeah, exactly. They still got a sign down in Dumptown, in Stinky Town, talking about our Super Bowl. So yeah, I'm gonna be petty. Always.
Listen,
look,
this
Alvin
game
Kamara is healthy. He got paid. He is dynamic in this.
Time out. The Green Bay defensive coach that everybody need to be fired. Everybody.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like
they can't tackle.
You know the ball going to Alvin Kamara. Why are y'all worried about anybody else?
And Drew Brees can't throw the ball that far. Don't even. I wouldn't even cover nobody 20 yards downfield. We just all gonna stay right here.
Dude,
the receiver be running free in zone. He can't get it that far. So
everybody who had Alvin Kamara in fantasy, I mean, they ate. Now he had like 44 points.
Yeah.
In fantasy.
But like I said, once again, the problem with him, I mean, even though he only rushed for 58 yards, Latavius Murray is just as good. He was averaging 9.7 yards to carry though.
Because that's the hammer. They hammer you with Murray, and Kamara get all the sweet plays. He get that little option thing. But listen,
that's where his yardage came from.
Taysom Hill.
He was the top receiver on the team.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No Michael Thomas. The ball is going to Alvin Kamara in the pass game. It don't take a rocket scientist. Defensive coordinators are making all of this money and can't nobody figure out that, hey, we just need to stop Kamara.
We need to stop. That's the only thing you have to do, because when you embrace the limitations of Drew Brees' game right now, the limitations of his game says that he cannot get those receivers involved deep, and he didn't have Michael Thomas. So he's got to depend on those guys who are used to him throwing that pass across over the middle, throwing a little swing pass, throwing little outs within there so you can get your yak. And Alvin Kamara yacked Green Bay to death.
Hey, but let's say this on the flip side. Nobody throws the deep ball better than Aaron freaking Rodgers. Oh my God.
Is it better than Russell Wilson though?
Yeah, it's better than Russell Wilson. I'm gonna tell you why it's better than Russell Wilson. Because he can just flick it. Like he can throw it side on. Right. He does this little, and it's feathery. It's real feathery. Now listen, Russ throw a hell of a deep ball, but it's just the way Aaron Rodgers, and it might be like his form, because how he kind of like finish. Russ always seems like he falling when he do it.
But because he puts so much air up under the ball.
Yeah, but see with Aaron, it looks so effortless. It's just like, I'd be like, really, you gonna just throw the ball 65 yards in the air like that? And I love it.
I get in my thoughts about the three of them: Russell, Aaron Rodgers, and Mahomes.
Yeah,
he does the same thing.
Well,
he does the same thing.
Mahomes again, and see, Mahomes and Rodgers can throw the ball.
Oh, right.
They can throw it from angles and listen.
I know it
if you're a quarterback coach,
yeah,
you tell your kids do not look at what they do.
Don't do
it.
Right. Don't do none of them.
You can't do that.
Because like your mama said, number 3 is a leprechaun. Because you're like, surely that ball's gonna be picked. Surely that ball's gonna be picked. Dang, how DK Metcalf, how Tyler Lockett, how these dudes consistently catch his ball. And it's not like they just huge receivers, none. They little bitty dudes.
Yeah, and here you go with Aaron Rodgers, no Devontae Adams. So right. What? I'm slinging that thing to whoever out there. And
a whole bunch of strangers.
I'm like, who are these dudes, man?
Alan Lizard, who's the lizard?
I don't know. But Lizard had about what?
Sternberg. I'm like, who is this?
Wait a minute, Lizard had about 180, 150. What he have?
146.
See what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I am jealous. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm jealous.
Business. But just like you were saying, as well. I mean, Aaron Jones had a pedestrian game, 69 yards, 16 attempts, 69 yards. But the difference is, as a coach, you know the vulnerabilities of this secondary that I already talked about. But everybody called me a hater when I tell y'all the secondary is horrible.
I started to text you the other day too. I said I'm not gonna give her that satisfaction.
But they're great. They're horrible.
I said I'm not gonna give her that satisfaction. I don't want to hear that.
Push and look in the backfield trying to make the play so they can all run down to the end zone and take a picture. That's all it is. They try to jump plays all the time and pass interference all the time. They're horrible.
Yeah, I said I won't even give you that satisfaction. So
that's okay. I heard you thinking about me. I felt you saying that dang Erica.
I sure look. I had it halfway typed, and I said delete. I'm gonna take you a whole paragraph. I went all back to that. I said, you know what? Because she made a meme of me, I am not going to give her that satisfaction today.
Well, yeah, because I'm gonna make one of you every week. I've got.
I hate you. I
just think of stuff. I was like,
I hate you.
Gosh.
I hate you. I hate you.
Yeah, I know.
Excuse me, I don't hate you. I immensely dislike you. Hate is such a strong word. I immensely dislike you.
I agree. It is.
Yeah, but we can't leave this out. For the life of me, I can't understand why Sean Payton that Taysom Hill fumble like meant to change the game. Like, why even bring him in there to do that?
Well,
Why?
because but come on, Maceo. Usually when Taysom Hill comes in the game, what does it do to their offense? Usually when he comes into the game, it kickstarts offense because Drew Brees cannot do what Drew Brees was able to do. But Drew Brees had one that was detrimental to the team as well. He had a fumble that was just as bad. Because I think, and I told Ian this last year, that injury to his thumb, it does something. It makes some of those nerves, and the feeling that you have on the ball. I mean, because on Sunday, he was barely hit. He was barely touched. The ball just comes out now. The ball just comes out now.
Yeah.
You know,
he's not playing with a lot of confidence either.
Nah, and you can tell.
He's not playing with a lot of confidence. So yeah.
But hey, that's them. It couldn't happen to a better team. Like my friend Lisa said, my Falcon girl Lisa said, only 10% of Drew Brees' passes went past 15 years. Past 15 yards down.
I would just play like almost picket fence coverage. I just play at the sticks. Like if 15 yards.
What I just tell you, I ain't even covering. You gonna run to the end zone, bro. I'm gonna stay down here. Cause he can't get that to you. He can't get that to you.
No, he can't.
I loved it.
Where we going next? Ooh, I loved it.
So Monday Night Football.
Oh my God.
Monday night game. Great Monday night game. But to me, for the life of me, I watched Monday Night Countdown, and everybody on that panel picked the Ravens. And I said, wow, they really trying to diss the Super Bowl champs? Like,
not a diss. No,
what it is, everybody, and you see it so much, especially here in Atlanta. Everybody is so enamored with the idea of somebody being able to run the ball as a quarterback and throw. They think it's an automatic win every week.
Yeah.
It is not.
It's not.
It is not.
I think the reason they picked them, of course, and this is something that everybody don't really understand. Defense is bad around the NFL, period. I put this stat up today. Combined, teams are averaging 50 plus points a game. That has never happened in NFL.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of this because preseason, training camp, you had to kind of be careful. Of course, the COVID thing. These guys are not getting regular contact. Football is a contact sport. These guys aren't, and even though they don't tackle and practice, they don't take people to the ground, but you got to have that physicality. Teams are still getting into that thing. But, I think people look at Baltimore and they're just like, this is a blue collar football team that stress defense. But what they don't understand, and why I wasn't going against Kansas City. The weapons, the how uncomfortable their offense can make you, the stress they put on you with Tyreek Hill, and then you got Kelsey, and then you got McCole. But then, oh, by the way, the killer is this first round guy who went number 2 overall is Sammy Watkins. Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect pick for their system. And man, listen, the touchdown Mahomes threw to McCole Hardman, he threw that off his back foot, everybody. 65 yards, he launched it. So imagine if he was able to step into the throw.
If he would have thrown it out, he would have thrown out the stadium. But listen.
And the fact that McCole was able to run, listen, y'all, everybody, wheel routes are usually at about 5 to 7 yards because you want to be able to get out of. McCole ran a 14-yard wheel route. I want y'all to think about that for a second. Yeah. So how much time did Mahomes have to get rid of this ball? And for him to, off his back foot, launch at 65 yards?
Ridiculous.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. And let's say this about Lamar, because listen, I am a Lamar fan. they have to do. People have caught on to the offense. So if they're going to stay in those formations, now it's time. You got to do some stuff out of those formations different. And he needs a playmaker at receiver, everybody. You can double Hollywood, or actually you can be like, okay, Hollywood, if you can beat me, beat me. You're going to sit a safety on top of Hollywood because he is fast, but he's not a big guy. So your corner can kind of beat him up a little bit. So he can't get into his route as much as fast as he wants to. And Lamar hold that football, everybody. He hold football. He hold that football.
Hold football. And they can't, the relationship that he had with Mark Andrews last year has not come to fruition this year yet. Great tight end that he has. But the relationship, just like you said, when you get film, once people get the film on you, and you're like, oh, this is a team that they're trying to be. And this, especially since last night. Last night, all you heard pregame was, we're going to see more passes from Lamar. Lamar is going to show that he can stay with Patrick Mahomes, that he's going to, and maybe that
he don't have the weapons. He don't have the weapons.
That was just the media spin on it to just make it about the two of them as opposed to the team. So let me tell you something. They were blitzing airplay.
Because you just and they're doing it. They blitz, but they kind of like gap blitz because they were basically like, we're gonna control that dive. And when Lamar decides to pull the ball, he's gonna have to belly back even more. He can't come straight down the line and attack the defense fast as he wants to. And listen, that's why when they get in that little 3 formation, is 3 with the tailback in the back.
Yeah.
So everybody, again, it's not rocket science. When what's 21 name? Mark Ingram. Whatever side Ingram on in the offense, that's where the ball going. That's where the dive is going.
Yeah.
Especially when he's at the right, because Lamar really wants to get out to the right. So he can turn the corner real quick.
You saw that playoff game last year with the Tennessee Titans. Guess where they went? That they did not let Lamar go to the right at all. And that's what he could not do anything. He could not do anything in that game. And so, as you're saying that, so the point of it is, on the back end, they don't even have to worry about them playing man to man because they know, first of all, they don't have the weapons to mess with your secondary to that point. And that's not the game plan of this team. Lamar is great. He's fantastic. He can't do it by himself. He can't do it by himself.
Which brings this question, and Lord have mercy, y'all. Bobby Olive been crying for this since the summertime. Man, you need to bring AB to Baltimore.
Well, that's what Lamar said.
They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. Why would you want AB in your locker room? Just gonna keep it real.
Well, that's why they're not doing it, because he done showed all the other stuff that he's done off the field, that even if you bring him in there, I mean, dude was in New England. You can't make it in New England.
Why would, just from an organization perspective, why would you bring this guy into your organization when you're trying to build a culture of, camaraderie, total team, and buy-in? You bring a guy who, listen, wide outs, baby. Wide outs, baby. That dude by himself.
Right. Right.
He about himself. And what would happen if in 2-3 weeks he's there and Lamar can't get in the ball? Even though, listen, he got to sit out 8 weeks, whoever signs him. And that's why I'm saying he's not going to get signed, because whatever team signs, he has to sit out 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So you bring him in, he got to sit 8 weeks. I mean, this week 4. So say you bring him in now, he's not going to play the week 12, week 13.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he didn't get picked up doing training camp, why would you bring him in?
Yeah.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Exactly. So
But
I mean, Patrick Mahomes and the Cincinnati, the Chiefs, they're going to be there because
barring injury, barring injury,
barring injury,
barring injury.
because Maceo, they would line up and make that Jazz look like the same Jazz it was before and run something totally freaking different on.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you how crazy it was last night.
And I posted this, and I think we both posted it. I think we both posted it. The imagination, the play calling is just awesome.
Listen,
awesome.
I'm retired from coaching everybody, but I keep me a playbook on deck just in case. Just in case. I'm up here pausing the TV. I'm drawing up the formation, then I pause the play, then pause it again to look at the action. These screens they run. My God, because it's a lot of window dressing they do. They get you flowing. They bring Tyreek in motion, so you know you got to pay attention to that. Tyreek go in motion. The whole defense got to look at Tyreek.
So looking at Tyreek,
and here come Kelsey back underneath. Well, all the linebackers just left with a middle screen.
With a middle. Once again, you line Tyreek up in the backfield. You're in red zone. You line Tyreek up in the backfield. You're like, okay, this ball going Tyreek. Tyreek take off. Everybody going with Tyreek. The middle is wide open for the touchdown to the fullback.
Yep.
Wide open for a touchdown to the fullback. I said, would you look at that? Yes, imagine having offensive coordinators to have imagination. They just don't do the same thing all the time.
But it's crazy, and a lot of coaches don't do this. Again, this something that we learned later in our coaching career. You have to a lot of times you have to self-scout yourself because you will get in a pattern, and teams will be like, okay, when they line up in this, they're doing this. So you have to tell yourself, okay, when we line up this, they think we're doing this. Well, here comes the wrinkle.
Yeah,
because we want them to. I want you to think. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
And that's one thing that I admire about Bill Belichick. That's why I understand why he got cheated all the time. The genius that comes in with the play calling with the Patriots, it's the same way. It's the same way.
Corey Long says
same way.
Corey Long said NFL got to break up Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy.
They need to break them up. Eric can come to Atlanta. If you want bumper sticker, if you want the limerick writer to stay here until the end of the season, bring me Eric.
And like I say, it's just I love creative offensive football because the beauty of it is you as an offensive coordinator, your mind has to be like so crazy that like you be coming up with stuff like I said, you can be in Waffle House and be like, oh, I can do that. And you draw it up on a napkin.
Right.
And you take it to practice and you like, hey, look, this is what we're gonna do. These guys, Andy Reid has always been a very good play caller. Mm-hmm. But I think now he's never had weaponry like this. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that also because if we think about 2 years ago when he had Kareem Hunt and the weapons as well, he totally forgot about Kareem Hunt trying to throw the ball down the field too much.
Right.
So, coach, you got the lead and you got a dog back there to run the ball. Run the ball. What are you doing?
But I'm telling you, E, because we get forced as coordinators. You know what people hang their hat on. That you know what your persona is, and you know what people think of you, and you really want to stick it to people. I mean, that's just it's the arrogance.
We know that, and that's what happened. That's what Shannon Kraft did in the Super Bowl. Yeah. We know that. We know that about coaches, and we know that the being hard-headed.
Yeah, because again, You want people because you say, listen, I'm this, this, and
You
this.
gonna respect me and my ability to
And
call
and I'm gonna do it this way, but the icon, I would say the icon, the legends, they're able to adapt in game. They're able to adapt week to week, and they can let that go.
Yep.
And that's when I always just like Andy Reid. Think about all the failures he had in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It's because he was just like he was bullheaded. We're gonna do it this way. And
like
once he got fired, and once he got to Kansas City, he kind of started that way. But then what he kind of started realizing is, you know what? Let me do a better job of personnel decisions. Let me do a better job of this. And now let me craft this team. Like I say, I'm still smart, but let me be smarter about in-game decisions and adjustments. And now we're seeing that, hey, because you think about it, last year we were like, Andy gonna Andy.
Because and he probably would have if it weren't for the fact that he is a smart kid at a quarterback, and he has a smart guy who
he has a guy at the enemy who he
those plays. Yeah.
They sit there and they discuss game plans and they come up with these things. And again, when you have a dynamic piece, and listen, this is what I've never, y'all know I've been banging this drum for about 4 years now. When you have a dynamic player like a Julio, how many times have I yelled and screamed, move Julio around?
And the 1 year we were successful and went to the Super Bowl.
You move Julio.
You move Julio around.
When you have a guy on your team that gets the entire defense attention, you have to use that against the defense.
My headache is coming back. Okay, that was enough for football this week. So guess what? Josh Donaldson is not playing in Minnesota. He didn't make the postseason.
Erica, no. You got one more game to talk about, Erica. Don't you do that, Erica. All that petty you do. Let's go, E.
All right.
We got one more game to cover, everybody. Let's go.
I watched the Falcons until the third quarter. I never watched the game because just so frustrated. It's just so frustrated. So anyway, we'll go to Atlanta where the Falcons once again made history in blowing dang on huge leads, whole 9 yards, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. You got DBs who looking back at the quarterback. Heck, you looking back at the quarterback for? You got DBs that don't understand why you letting him get free release off the line. Falcons are good man to man. Falcons are even better in press man. They're even better in press.
They may be the worst zone team in the NFL.
The worst zone team on the face of earth. Do not do that anymore.
Yeah.
I send there little black butterfly with me, and I always say, Ian, you play DB and you that far back from somebody and let them get a free release off the line, I'm gonna come out the stands and I'm gonna kick your butt. Because I have told you even before you started liking football, to me, if I can bust you in the mouth, I got 5 yards to bust you in the mouth. Guess what I'm gonna do?
It's a legal fight. It's a legal fight. It's a legal fight for 5 yards. You got to fight for your life for 5 yards.
I can't stand these defensive coordinators. I can't stand these secondary coaches that say, Johnny balls up, you backpedal. What? I got 5 yards. Why would I do that?
This was funny.
We know with these quarterbacks and receivers, it's a timing game. If I can mess up your timing by bust you in the mouth for the first 5 yards, guess what I'm gonna do? Yeah. You're not gonna get past me. You're not gonna get past me because I can hit you. This is where I can hit you. I'm gonna hit you.
When I went back and watched the All 22 today, it's crazy because I looked at how so Nagy, listen, they ran the same play for 4 quarters.
It didn't work with Mitchell. He hates Mitchell anyway.
Because Mitchell just would.
He hates Mitchell.
Mitchell locked on the guys so much. He just locked on, and he was like, "This where this ball going," and that's why the Falcon defense reacted so good while Mitchell was in the game. Well, Nick Foles comes in, and Nick Foles is throwing people open. Like if you saw the mic'd up,
I look at it. I look at
So
it.
he tells on that game winning touchdown, he tells Allen Robinson, "Hey, I'm throwing the ball to the L in the end zone. Go over there. We're gonna line up in this formation, and we're gonna match up Keanu Neal, which in obvious passing down, Keanu Neal should not be in the game. He just should. He
Coming
should
off,
not be in the
coming
game.
off of 2 injuries. I mean, it's just like it to me. It's just like we don't know the personnel of this team. We don't know the personnel of this team. So we're just gonna make y'all play the way we think y'all should be able to play.
When teams are in obvious passing situations, Keanu Neal has to be on the sideline because what they did, Nick Foles on this play, everybody. Nick, for matter of fact, I'm gonna pull it and I'm gonna put it up, everybody.
I ain't looking at it.
Nick Foles, they were in trips left. The receiver to this side, to the back side, he just ran just some yin yang because they knew they were throwing the ball. And so we call this throwing the ball in the ocean. Because you know you got the coverage you want. You make your receiver go get the ball because we know he's gonna run away from Keanu Neal. Nick Foles didn't think about it. He didn't look at nothing. He just threw the ball over there, and Allen Robinson went it. Keanu Neal was beat at the snap. He should not be in the game. And this is the problem the Falcons have week in and week out. Like you just said, E, not understanding proper personnel to be in the game in critical situations. You got to go dime or whatever, but Keanu Neal is somebody you got to put in for Keanu Neal who can at least run with a receiver. Can at least run with him, can at least get in his way, swat his hand, can run with him stride for stride, but can't Keanu Neal would be
especially when your most dynamic football player is on the sideline. Grady's not in the game. Grady's not in the game. So you know you're getting no pressure. You're getting no pressure on the court.
Yeah, no pressure.
You don't have tact. You don't have Grady. Okay. So all they gotta do, and then since we play zone anyway, all the time, don't matter what if it's sunshine, if it's late or what, we gonna either go cover 2 or straight zone because that's it's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. Just I just don't understand. So no, I didn't see the entire fourth quarter. I stopped looking because I knew what was going to happen. I knew what was going to happen.
That is terrible.
The Atlanta Falcons script game plans for the first half only. Oh, that worked in the first half. We're not gonna change up anything. Why should we change anything?
Listen, Atlanta Falcon fans, ATL, because I love y'all. Listen, I love y'all. Y'all know I rep this thing hard. Listen, do not watch NFL Countdown on Monday. Do not watch the game with your volume up because
I'm stripping floors Monday.
No, you're not. You're cooking jerk chicken.
I'm stripping floors.
You're cooking jerk chicken, and we're sitting in that room right there, and we watching football.
And I'm gonna rent me a sander so it's real loud.
You're cooking jerk chicken, and we watching football in that room. Stop that. Stop
I'm stripping floors. I got hardwood. I got some hardwood and look good. I'm gonna strip them floors. I'm redoing floors.
You're doing that Tuesday.
Monday.
You're doing it Tuesday.
Monday time.
So Deonsa says, why Mace? Why not? Because the national media is going to rain down on the ATL. You're gonna hear.
You can be watching Saskatchewan play Frozen Nation. I'm telling you. You're
gonna hear 28-3 jokes. You're gonna hear back-to-back blown. You're gonna see that onside kick Dallas. They're gonna crack it's gonna be so many Atlanta crazy talking points that you just don't want to hear that. Yeah. See, like me personally, everybody, I never watched the game with sound. Never. I know what's going on. I don't need Chris Collinsworth telling me what's going on. I can see what's going on. I know.
And the thing about it is, the crazy thing about it is that the Falcons usually play Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay very well.
Oh, without a doubt.
Without
a doubt. But you wonder about the psyche. Listen, when that team left the Dome Sunday.
Oh, I saw it. You saw it.
That was a group of guys who, man, it's like they don't. I mean, it's tough.
Sweet Pete, Falcons should have been looking for a new coach. In my opinion, after Super Bowl, because I understand how you don't demand that your coordinator run the ball to win the game.
Yeah.
And then the next year he turned around and they hired Sarkisian, who ain't never called a play in the NFL before. You got a Mercedes, you got a Ferrari in the garage, and you get a Toyota mechanic to work on it.
Man, now you go.
Don't understand.
They wouldn't put regular gas in it. They ain't gonna put no 93 in it. Yeah, they put 87 in there. So week 3, everybody is in the books. Listen, it's gonna be a tough Monday night. It's gonna be Erica. You are jerking chicken, and we are watching the game.
That's my floor. That's my floor standard. You have to get control of that.
We're watching
all over the place.
We're watching the game in that room. I don't want to eat. You're cooking on Monday night.
All over the place. That sander and that have you all over the place. You got to get control of it.
You're cooking. You're cooking jerk chicken on Monday night.
I'm not jerking nothing. I'm not even looking.
We having Monday.
I'm gonna have some old school rap playing
Monday night at your crib.
Stripping floors.
I'm not stripping the floor. I'm eating jerk chicken.
I'm stripping floors. You better not come over here because you're gonna be like, dang, it's so dusty up in here. I'm stripping floors. I got hardwood.
And everybody, that's the Petty and Erica. She gonna watch the game.
But don't worry, I got lots of memes all day for Sunday. Monday, I'm not watching football. You think I'm playing?
I don't now. I don't think you're playing.
Until we get rid of Mr. Schwinn, the bike rider, the Limerick haiku rhyme time, we're not gonna get there because he's not a coach. He's not a coach. He should have been a secondary coordinator like he was before. He ain't even that. That was not his defense in Seattle. He had nothing to do with that defense in Seattle. Those were talented guys who already had a defensive system. He got rewarded for being there.
It's such as life, as like Adam Gase. Well, this was fun.
It was.
It's always fun. So I guess we're not jerking chicken on Monday, everybody. No, so no. I have to make other plans.
I'll show you my floors next week, though, y'all.
I don't want to see your floors. I want to see the oven.
I'll show you my floors next week.
I want to see them pots. Yeah. I want to see you mix it up.
Pat down.
Mix it up. Shout out to my Atlanta Braves. We about to mix this thing up.
Let's do this, y'all. Let's do this.
We got the red tough matchup, but all the games at Truist.
So. Excuse me. How is that a reward for you winning your division?
What's that?
I don't like these 3 games. I don't like the first round being 3 games.
Hey man, listen.
I don't like that.
It's COVID, baby. Like everything else, blame COVID. Blame COVID-19.
I don't like those. I mean, it's like punishment. It's like punishment.
Anyway. For the Petty Erica, who not jerking chicken on Monday, everybody. I had my heart set on jerk chicken.
Control that sander.
For that, I'm gonna go rent every sander in the city. So you ain't gonna be able to rent no sander.
You know I got my own.
What? I hate you even more now. We're gone, everybody.
Bye, y'all. Bye.
I hate Erica Gray, everybody. We're gone. Peace. I hate you.
Oh boy, I killed myself.